my last sunrise, probably of this season, guys. It's 5:47 a.m. and literally, oh my gosh, wait till you see the sunrise. It's amazing. I'm just pulling up my last sunrise, guys, because I just can't get up this early anymore. Like, I have to leave home at like crazy o'clock, guys. So like, let's go enjoy this, the last sunrise of probably my season. Okay, let's go see it together. All right. You won't be disappointed. It's amazing. Oh yes, look at you. Look at you. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Love, love, love the sun. Oh, look, and there's even Mr. Pelican down there coming to greet us. Oh my gosh, this is just amazing. Here's Pelican, where is he? Pelican's walking down the beach. And then we have this beautiful sunrise. All right, let's get to the beach. Let's get to the beach. You guys know the drill. All I'm gonna do is jumping for joy. Because I can. Oh, man. Shoes off. Thongs off. Hey, Alison, how you going? You gonna do jumping joy with me? Let's go, Alison. Sunrise. Oh, I can't tell you how beautiful that is. I mean, you can look for yourself, right? Why the last sunrise, Alison? Because the sun is rising now at 5:45 a.m. I can't get here that time. It's just too early for me. It's way too early for me. I just thought this morning I was awake. Oh, look, and we've got even Mr. Pelican. Oh, this is beautiful. Wait till you see the Mr. Pelican. Hello, Mr. Pelican. And you're going to cross the sunrise. Ready for it? Hello, Mr. Pike. Oh, what are you doing? You're getting some fish. Hi, Midvana. It's actually the sunrise. This is 5:50 a.m. in southeast Queensland. It's Monday morning here in Australia. Yeah, so Alison, basically every day the sun is rising like, a couple of minutes earlier every morning. So like 3 months ago, I was waking up at like 6:15 in the morning and getting down here by like 6:30 and seeing the sunrise, right? Now I have to wake up so early to see the sunrise. And because I'm doing the 75 hard, my priority is like getting my reading done. So I could only get 6 pages in this morning. Normally I'd read till about I'd read 10 pages and then get down here and I'd just see the sunrise. So as you see, I'm way earlier than I normally am doing a live. I'm normally down here about 6 o'clock doing a live. And now it's already 5:51 a.m. and it's well and truly risen. Yeah, your days are getting shorter, our days are getting longer. So that's why. So basically, yeah, unfortunately, this is probably, maybe on a Monday I might be able to get up a little bit earlier, but generally most days I can't get up that early. And I'm only doing kind of a short walk this morning. I'm just doing my 45 minutes. Normally on a Monday morning I have a longer walk because I start work a bit later, but I'm actually volunteering today, Alison. I'm volunteering at a herb garden at the Redcliffe Botanical Gardens, where my dad actually helped save and make into a botanical gardens. It's a native plant kind of bushland. It's beautiful, but they've got a herb garden there. And I was walking in there the other day on a live, like I do, and I saw, I just kind of reminded me that I could actually volunteer here. And, you learn a lot from volunteers. A lot of the volunteers are older ladies because they're all working, they're all retired, right? And I just happen to have a late start on a Monday. So I thought, you know what, let's go volunteer, let's be a sponge. And, I'm happy to get down on the ground and weed, and I love that kind of stuff, get dirty, right? It's so good for us to get like dirt in our fingernails and just be within plants, right? And mostly like learn off other people about, herbs, natural remedies. I love like natural remedies. I'm all about natural remedies. I talk a lot about, non-toxic living and, trying to, basically get life out of plants. I love growing plants. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm doing this morning at 7:30. So like it is nearly 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be walking for about, probably an hour and 15 minutes or something. And then I'll go straight into volunteer. So that's why I thought, you know what, this morning I will get up a bit earlier, because if I got down here right now, normally this is what time I get down here. The sun has already risen, which is still, it's beautiful. I'm not cussing that at all. I actually love that. Hey Wayne, how you going? Wayne, meet my friend Alison. Alison is living life after 55. She's from Texas. She's a good friend of mine. And Alison, Wayne, is a new friend of mine. He lives in Sydney. He lives not too far away from my sister, actually. So guys, hey Heather, how you going? I'm glad you caught this, Heather, because I was just saying to everyone, this is probably going to be my last, not to sound dramatic, but it's probably going to be my last full sunrise actually going up. And I just caught it because it rose at 5:45 this morning and I got down here at 5:47. So I can't keep on getting up this early to see the sunrise. But Heather, I don't know if you heard that, but I'm actually volunteering this morning at a herb club. So I want to learn, be a sponge and learn from all the older, retired ladies about herbs and natural remedies, growing them, companion growing, all those kind of things while I weed and, plant plants and stuff like that. So I'm volunteering in the garden, the Redcliffe Botanical Gardens, where my dad actually saved to become a Redcliffe Botanical Garden. So it's got a special place in my heart, that place. But my dad he never used to work in the herb garden. He used to plant all the native trees. But guys, I just have to, while there's a few of you here, and because I said this is going to be my last kind of full sunrise, because every day it rises earlier and earlier. So guys, in the Northern Hemisphere, you guys are you're in autumn, going into winter. In Australia, or in the Southern Hemisphere, we're in spring going into summer. So our days are getting longer, which means our sunrise is getting earlier and earlier. So in like a month's time, it'll be probably 5 a.m. and the sun will rise. You got Buckley's to get me down here at 5 a.m, just saying. So while you guys are here, let's do a little quick jumping for joy. Because it brings me joy, right? And like when I keep on doing this walk, right, because I'm going to keep on doing this walk, I will still do jumping for joys, even though the sun is rising like this, because it's not the point. I don't just do a jumping for the joy when the sun is rising, right? You can do a jumping for joy anytime when you feel joy, right? So this is Redcliffe Peninsula, guys. Redcliffe Peninsula. It's a beautiful little seaside village, 30 minutes from Brisbane. This bay in front of me is southeast Queensland. Sorry, southeast. This is Moreton Bay. Sorry, Moreton Bay this is called. And the bit of grumbling you can hear is actually the airport, which is over here, the Brisbane International Airport. And then we had Fisherman Island over there, if you can see that, where all the cargo ships come in. And then over here behind or underneath that sunrise, that beautiful sunrise, is Moreton Island. It's a bit hard to see, but you can see it. That is Moreton Island. So hence why this is called Moreton Bay. Hi, Ace Flat. Oh, what kind of boat was that? That's a trawler. So just moving out there. That's one of the fishing boats. Probably trawling for fish or prawns out there. Actually, no, it's not, guys. That's actually that's a sailing boat. It's got a big sail on it. Yeah, sometimes we see sailing boats in here. A lot of times we see sailing boats in here, actually, sorry. Hi, Reluctant Vengda. Oh, it's Carol. Hi, Dora. Oh, Carol, so you got another page. I'm broken but beautiful. Yes, but Carol, my friend from, Broken Bountiful. Okay, how come you got another page? Reluctant Vegany? What does that say? Vegany? What's this page about, Carol? About veganism, I'm guessing. I didn't know you were vegan. So you've got 2 pages going. How do you handle that? Oh my goodness. I'm flat out handling 1 page. Power to you, love. Power to you. So Alison's just got back from Northwoods, Wisconsin. What's in Northwoods, Wisconsin, Alison? So Alison, I'm referring to, guys, is my friend living life after 55. She's a good friend of mine. She loves to do a jumping for joy. She is like her and Mel from Relaxing with Mel are my first 2 people that I've ever done a jumping for joy live. I used StreamYard and I had the 3 of us on the screen. Mel was doing a jumping for joy in her bedroom, in her kitchen. And Alison, living life after 55, was doing a jumping for joy in her bedroom. It was so much fun. You guys know how much I love doing jumping for joys, but if I can get someone involved in my jumping for joy, oh my God, that's like a joy, joy, joy. So to get Alison and Mel involved, and then there was another person, Wazam, I think, who was in the background. He was doing a jumping for joy from his home. I think he's from Pakistan. And then I don't think I could get Paul. Paul wouldn't do it. He wouldn't jump on a live. He was too shy. But Alison and Mel went, yeah, let's do it. So that was so much fun. Oh, so Ace Flats, my channel is about traveling videos. What kind of traveling videos do you do, mate? I can't remember. Oh, okay. So this is Carol, this is your old channel. I just use it to watch. Okay. My second is suffering. Alison, you have a second channel? Girl, why are you doing another? Honestly, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you a story. I love a story, right? So I wanted to join YouTube like 5 years ago. I joined, I put 1 video up and I probably posted and ghosted. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure. I had no one following me. I didn't know how to get subscribers. And of course, no one watched it. So I was like, okay, this sucks. So then I opened up an Instagram page under Exploradora80. And yeah, I had fun there. I got that to 5,000 subscribers. But it really, to be honest, is fake subscribers because anyone will subscribe to you, but doesn't mean they'll actually come and watch your stuff, right? And it's a bit like YouTube, right? You know, like it's like sub for sub. Don't do the sub for sub, guys, because they don't actually come back and watch your videos. And in Instagram, it doesn't really matter so much, right? Because everyone knows it's kind of very fakey, kind of Instagrammy. But with YouTube, right, if you have these subs that don't know anything about you and don't care about you, they just want you to sub them, you don't watch their stuff, they don't watch your stuff. They become one of those people that don't watch your videos, but they're one of your subs. So Instagram chucks your videos out to a percentage of your subscribers. If it goes out to them, they're never going to watch your videos. So, basically, ineffectively just hurting yourself. So anyway, on Instagram, I built that up. But I didn't do it ethically, I'm going to be honest. There's always shortcuts, right? I didn't buy any subscribers, but there's a lot of these kind of things like follow for follow, which is like sub for sub. So I fell for that stuff because I thought, oh yeah, and it looks like, if I can get my subscribers up to like 5,000, that'll look so good, right? And I did that and it meant nothing, absolutely nothing. You don't get any more, views or anything like that. And now, I don't hardly ever play there anymore. I just post one video a week on Instagram, which is my Dancing with Dora on a Wednesday. And only my diehard regulars that know me will come and watch that. Because, yeah, like, I hardly post there. Okay, here comes a pelican, guys. Look at the wingspan on this guy. That is a pelican, guys. Hey, pelican. It's so gorgeous. All right, guys, completely forgot. I've got to start walking. Guys, I need to put you down for a second. I need to go put my shoes and socks on. Actually, I can take you with me. All right, because you've seen the sunrise, right? I'm just gabbing along. So you guys heard that, yeah, I won't be getting up that early because by next Monday, the sun will be rising at 5:30 a.m. And yeah, like as I said, I'm doing the 75 hard. I've got to read 10 pages of self-help book. And I tend to do that first thing in the morning. So instead of getting up and looking at my phone and scrolling, you know what I'm talking about, guys? You've all been there. I'm completely guilty of it. I read a book. That way I do not scroll. And as soon as I finish my 10 pages, I get up and, yeah, get on my day. Basically start drinking my water that I've got to drink, a gallon of water. And, oh, crap. Guys, I was just opening the back of my car because I swore I had my walking shoes in my car. Crap, I don't have my walking shoes in my car. Fuck. Okay, new plan. We're walking with our thongs on. Crap. Oops. All right, we need a hat. Change of plans. Gotta be flexible, right, guys? Hat. I need a hat. I don't know what I've done with my shoes. All right, let's walk. I much prefer to walk with no shoes on, guys, I'm gonna be honest. But I have been finding, when I've been picking up rubbish with my bucket, I've been finding syringes here. So it's kind of like hit and miss. I kind of sometimes will walk barefoot and I'll sometimes walk, with shoes on, obviously. And today we're walking with thongs on. Thongs, you heard it right. I'm walking with thongs on, right? On my feet. In Australia, they are thongs. T-H-O-N-G, thongs. These are thongs. They're a really good brand. They're called Archies. They've got a little inner support. So good, love them. Okay guys, sunrise. We are walking 45 minutes. So let me just see this. It's 6:05. Okay, as long as I get to 7 o'clock, I'm good. So we need to do movement for at least 45 minutes. Now the good thing is, if I'm wearing my thongs on my feet, I can get my feet wet. So let's just feel like the feet. Oh, actually not too bad, guys. It should be a bit fresh. But it's nice. Oh, that is nice. Okay, it's a bit soggy to get out of. Now, I probably didn't think that really through that well. Because when you have wet thongs, it's harder to walk. And now all the sand is sticking to my feet and around the little rubbery thing around your toes. Oh, who cares? It doesn't matter. Stop your complaining, girl. There are worse things in life, right? So, happy Monday, guys. I know, for most of you guys, it's not Monday, but Wayne, it's Monday for us, hey? And my friend Susan will probably be online soon, if she's not already there. I sometimes can't, I just don't look at the chat sometimes, guys, and I'm just like rabbiting away. So Alison's got beauty is the North Woods. It's beautiful, the woods, is that what you're talking about? And Ace Flat's got here, I only have one channel, completely and only, yeah. to be honest, I will never have a second channel. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the Instagram page. So then I had an Instagram page about travel, right? Obviously, same stuff I post around here on this channel about adventures and stuff. And then I really got into my health. So a lot of you guys know, if you hear my rambles, that, you know, I'm all into kind of, you know, growing my own food. Not that I eat all food that I grow, right? I have to buy some food from supermarkets and stuff if I have to. But I try to support, you know, food like markets instead of, you know, the big supermarkets, right? I'm anti-corporations. I'm anti a lot of stuff, guys. I'm into non-toxic living. But look, everyone has their own thing, right? I'm not going to get into that because it can get very political. But I'm into health, right? That's my biggest thing is my own health. My body is my temple. And if we don't look after our temple, it'll tell us that we're shit. And it'll come out in different things, right? Look, I'm being generalising, guys. I understand, like my friend Alison here in the chat, she has a health condition that, you know, it's not her fault. So I hope I don't mind you saying that, Alison. It's not your fault. And yes, I understand, okay, guys. But like, for example, 7 years ago, I got myself into such a state, being busy, stressful job. I was drinking way too much alcohol. I clearly was a functioning alcoholic. I wouldn't say I was probably an alcoholic, but like, you know, you can be a functioning alcoholic. You can drink a lot of alcohol and function very, very normally. But, you know, it's not good for your body. I used to drink a lot of red wine. Red wine really increases your heart rate. When you're drinking alcohol, it's a lot of sugar. You tend to snack a lot. I put on a lot of weight. So when you're carrying a lot more weight, you know, a lot more, it's a lot more to carry on your body. You know, knees hurt, everything hurts. You're not healthy, right? But yes, your heart, right? If your heart is not healthy, you know, you end up getting blood pressure and all these different ailments, right? So I had to go on 2 different blood pressure tablets to control my blood pressure. And I was about 43 years old. And look, again, I'm just telling you my experience, guys. Just my individual experience, right? For me, that broke my heart. I couldn't believe that from my own lifestyle, I'd caused myself to have high blood pressure, which, you know, could cause me a stroke, right? So with that disappointment, I kept on drinking. And I didn't really change my lifestyle. I just thought, oh, fuck, whatever. You know, you've got to take medication to control this, so be it. But after a while, I realised that, you know what, I don't want to be taking medication to control blood pressure when I could probably do something about it. I should be able to. And my face was getting so bloated. I looked atrocious. I'd already started exercising and hiking a lot more, but I still was drinking way too much alcohol. So anyway, long story short, I did speak to my doctor and said, look, I need to address my whole lifestyle and I need to get off this medication if I can. And she said, well, look, address your diet, address your health, like look at your stuff. So anyway, that's what I did. So basically when I was opening that Instagram page, I was really into my health and a lot of my posts were about health challenges that I was doing. So, you know, the challenges that I do, I've always been doing these, but not for mental health. By that stage, my friend Esther had passed away, but I was doing different challenges. And my Instagram page wasn't really resonating with that kind of content. They liked all my travel adventure stuff, my jumping for joys and, you know, dancing with Dora and all those kind of things. They didn't like, they liked the hiking stuff, but they weren't really into like me talking about, you know, blood pressure and all this kind of stuff. So I thought, you know what, let's just open another page. So I opened another Instagram page. So somewhat like a lot of people go, you know what, I want to, you know, do a health page on YouTube. I don't want to put it on my travel page. I'll start another page. It's a lot of bloody work, guys. I still have that Instagram going, but I really regret opening another page because I have different people following me on that channel and then different people following me on Instagram. So like, I can't exactly close it down because like, then, you know, I lose contact with those people. I hardly ever post on the health one now. I just post stories. But, you know, I have a lot of people that just follow me on that one. Not a lot of people, but I mean, I have people that follow me on that one. And then, yeah, so like, it's confusing for me personally. And like, I'd rather less complicate my life. So, yeah, I always cringe when I hear people say they're going to open a second channel on YouTube, because YouTube is so much more complex. Instagram is a lot more basic. But yeah, YouTube is like a different breed, but so much more work. So yeah, I don't know, I just cringe when people do that. So Alison, you said something about opening a second page. I didn't know you had a second page. So I'm with you, Ace Flat, I get it. Oh, so you got it. So Alison's saying, living life after 55, it's about reading kids' books and relating to life. Okay, I didn't know that. So this guy's going out fishing. My friend Mike Sparks will probably love that, an adventure kayak. All set up. He's got a esky and everything on there. Wowzers, he's set for the day. Oh, Mike, you are there. So you would like that little setup, hey? How you going, Mike? So Mike, I was just saying to everyone, it's probably going to be my last sunrise because, and I'm not sounding dramatic, I do sound dramatic, because the sun is rising so much earlier now. You guys, we're the opposite to you guys in the Northern Hemisphere. We're having longer days, you're having shorter days, right? So that means our sun is rising every day earlier. So today, it was rising at 5:45 a.m. I got down here at 5:47. It had just risen. I just caught it in time, guys. So yeah, if you want to look at a sunrise, watch the replay. It's basically straight onto it. And I would say more than likely, guys, you got Buckley's chance of getting me to see the sunrise. I mean, I'll see the sun rising, but it'll be way up by the time I get to the beach. Because in the morning, my routine is I wake up at 5:15, and I don't scroll, guys. I'm trying to get myself out of that habit. It's really bad to open your phone up. It's first thing in the morning. It's so bad. And I'm completely guilty. Guilty as charged. So what I'm doing is I'm reading 10 pages of my book, part of my 75 hard. I think I'm on day 21, guys. Crap. So yeah, this is never ending, hey. Day 21 of 75, where I have to drink a gallon of water, which is 3.7 litres for us in the Southern Hemisphere on a metric system. Actually, I don't know. The UK, they use metric, I think, too. I don't know. Oh, what? I think, yeah, tell me, is anyone in the chat from Canada? Do you guys use litres or gallons? It's really interesting, isn't it? Like, you know, because like in Australia, we use kilometres. You guys use miles. UK use miles. You know, when I say, oh, I've done 3 kilometres, you guys are like, what's that in miles? I'm full of no idea. And like, you know, when you say how high you are, tall, I say, oh yeah, I'm 175 centimetres. Like, what's that in, you know? And you guys use stone. Yeah, it's so interesting that we all use different kind of metrics, right? But anyway, yep, back on the 75. I've got to drink 3.7 litres of water per day. That's a lot of water, guys. Yes, and I'm weeing. I have a story about that later, which is probably way more information than you want to know. You read 10 pages of self-help book, I said that. You need to do 2 45-minute sessions of exercise a day. This is my first one for the day. And it has to be separated by 3 hours. So if you went for a long hike for like 4 hours, you couldn't class it as 2 45 sessions. You have to class it as 1 45 session, and you walked for another 3 hours. That's it. And then in the afternoon, you have to come back and do another 45. Isn't that beautiful? That's Lavender's Rocks, guys. Guys, I've just seen this over here. Now, I don't have my bucket with me. I've only got my hands, but I'm going to pick that up, guys, because I'm just going to be a good human. Someone has accidentally dropped their picnic stuff, and I can just quickly pick it up. There's a bin just up here. No skin off my nose. I think if all of us as humans can just pick up a little bit of rubbish per day, wouldn't the place be a better place? Just saying. Oh, how are you going? Who's this little guy?
His name is Duke. He'll love you.
Hello, Duke.
Hello.
Hello, how's Duke?
Nearly 3. In 3 in December.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, gorgeous. Hey, how you been?
It's a good little looker. Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. Thanks for recognising me with this big hat. Like, a lot of people, I'm like, I'm hiding. I'm like, oh, that looks like Kirsty.
Good. Did you do your video? Did it work?
You know what? It's interesting. Because I didn't hear back from them.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, no news, whatever. But then I went on their page. I couldn't help myself. And there's nothing about it. Like, there's no one that said they won. And then I looked at the comments and they said, oh, obviously haven't won. Oh, bummer, didn't even hear back. And then Jayco's responded to one of the comments saying, sorry, inundated with too many applications. We'll get back to you.
Oh, wow.
And they still haven't said anything. I don't know. I find that weird. But anyway. So who knows? No news is good news, right?
Yeah.
Just going with that anyway. Yeah. So you're working today, right?
Yeah.
Where are you? Are you still working at Humpy Bum?
Yes. 4 days to go, mate.
Oh, yes. Okay, I was wondering what holidays were. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, we're going camping up the coast.
Are you going to Cotton Tree? That's where you go, isn't it? Yeah, your
Yeah.
annual Cotton Tree
Well,
thing.
you'll think, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun. Have fun, mate. Bye. Guys, that's probably one of my oldest school friends. I don't see her that often, but yeah, she went to primary school with me. And that's what I love about living where you. And a lot of people cringe and say, oh my God, I couldn't think of anything worse. But again, you do you, I me. But I love the fact that I can, go for a walk and I'm wearing this big floppy hat that, to protect myself from the sun. And, someone recognises me. And, it's a school friend that, literally I was in grade 3 with her. That was a long time ago, guys. I was 7 years old. Yeah. And I think I went to primary school and then she went to another high school. So we're not exactly close. But, it's nice to just, run into people that, know you as a little person, right? So cute. Oh, yeah. No, I was talking about the rest of my 75. So you have to do 2 45-minute sessions. One has to be outside. So ticking off one outside, right? And you have to follow a health plan, some kind of diet. I hate to say the word diet. Some kind of health plan. You have to take a progress photo every day. Haven't done that today yet. And I've only read 6 pages of my book. And I've nearly drank half a litre of water. Just going to drink some more. So when we go back past my car, I'll get another bottle of water. So yeah, that's 75 hard. It's not easy, guys. It's a lot of organisation. So for example, yesterday, I meal prepped all my lunches for my week. So, another thing, no takeaway, no alcohol. Very important, no takeaway, no alcohol. So for example, I pretty much work out and about in the community and, I'll have lunch with my clients. And so instead of, buying, sushi or, something for lunch from the food court, I bring my lunch. But I've been doing that for a while, guys. It's how I save money so I can go on holidays. Just saying, all about budget. That friend there, I didn't show her face, obviously, because, she didn't sign up to be on my YouTube channel. She every year religiously goes to on a school holiday. She's a teacher. She goes to camping at a campground every year with family, but she does, I'm sure she goes to Bali every year too. She loves Bali, absolutely loves Bali. So I don't know why I started talking about that. Oh no, but I just guess, I love talking about travel and seeing people's travel snaps. So yeah, school holidays are coming up and the only reason I know about it is because she told me, because if you don't have children, and you don't work in the industry around children, you don't know when school holidays are, which is a bonus for me because that means next week the roads will be less busier. Love that because I leave home about 30 in the morning to go to work some days and the traffic is a nightmare because everyone's dropping kids to school. So that means for the next 2 weeks, well, after this week, there'll be less traffic on the road at 8:30 and means I've got a little bit more time up my sleeve. Love that. Oh, so Heather's saying here, I tried a second channel as well and tried a kids channel, but never posted anything public. Okay. Yeah, right. Well, look, some people can successfully do it, and that's great. But like, I can't even successfully do one channel. So, and look, I'm just going to be honest. We've got a lot of friends in our little community, and some of our friends do struggle from time to time and share, that they're struggling to, get things on posted and stuff like that. And I just say, people, why are you struggling? Like, just forget about it. YouTube should be secondary, guys. And I say this completely, and if the YouTube algorithm is listening to me, they're going like, cross. But like, life is out here, guys. Like, as I said, I openly just said, like, I've stopped scrolling in the morning because, and you know what, it means that I'm not going to be supporting as many people's channels. And so be it. If they don't watch my channel, that's fine. I don't care. Because it shouldn't be a sub for sub. Whoa. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be just because, okay, you watch my video, now I'm going to watch your video. You should just watch videos because you want to watch videos, guys. I fall and feel this whole hyper hamster wheel thing that, oh my God, that person, I watched their video and sent them a message and they haven't responded. I'm going to be honest, I've not responded to a lot of videos lately. And it's not because I'm stuck up myself, it's just because I'm busy being busy. And I just like, you know what, I will get back to it and I will respond and I will watch your video later on. But yeah, I'm just not going to watch it right this minute because I've got other things to do. And like, some of my friends will go, oh my God, I haven't posted a video in like 2 weeks. Oh no, people, I'm going to lose subscribers. I'm like, it's okay. If those subscribers are if they're going to, unsubscribe because you haven't posted a video in 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. They're not really, they're not real subscribers, right? So, yeah, take the pressure off yourself, that's what I say. I've been there too, and I felt the pressure, and it was too much pressure, and I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to do anything. And I think I didn't post for like 2 months because I thought, I'll stuff it. And then, yeah, like I posted 2 weeks ago, and I thought, oh, I should get another post out. But I was like, I didn't want to put the pressure on myself. I was like, I could go home and do a half-assed job just to get a video out. But what's the use? You hear all the gurus say, half the gurus, that's what's half the issue is that, we listen to all these gurus. But yeah, there's some of those gurus out there that do make sense. But, some of them say, look, don't post for the sake of posting. You're better off just not posting. Because if you force it and rush it, then, it's not what you really wanted to put out. Put out what you want to put out, right? So anyway, that's enough ramble of that, guys. I'm way behind in the chat today. And there's Susan. I think I was even talking about you before, Susan. I said, oh, Susan will be in the chat. And, and then I looked down and there's your chat. There she is. I was just literally talking about Mike. I said, oh, Mike, I'd love to see that kayak. And I looked down and there's Mike in the chat. Happy Monday, Susan. How's your weekend? How's the weather down in Victoria at the moment? And Wayne, if you're there, what's the weather like in Sydney at the moment? Let's do an Australian weather report. Because as you see, southeast Queensland, she's pretty good. There's a few clouds in the sky and the horizon. That's about it. But otherwise, it's a beautiful morning. Absolutely beautiful morning. I think Susan is watching. So Susan, I don't know. I'm far behind in the chat. Susan's got here Pelican Yay. So guys, I'll do a little intro. Living life after 55 is my friend Alison. Alison was the first to the chat today, guys. It was nice to see Alison, and Alison did a jumping for joy with me. She was virtual at home, not on camera. So when you're on the YouTube app, you can't actually, zoom someone in. But if I was on StreamYard, I could have said, hey, Alison, get on. Let's do a jumping for joy together, which she's done before. But yeah, I don't tend to use StreamYard when I'm walking like out and about. You just use it on your computer. It's much easier. And yeah, Alison's channel, she's from Texas. So Living Life After 55 is Alison, guys. Alison from Texas. And she's good fun. She is, what is Alison? My God, Alison's a bit of everything. She has an alter ego called Mitzi. Or was it Hilda? Oh my God, I can't remember. Anyway, there's an alter ego, Mitzi and Hilda, which were her grandparents and her friend. And they were two best friends. And there's a lady called Paula, and her channel is Mrs. Paula Does Retirement. And they do these skits together. So Alison and Paula are like besties, like Hilda and Mitzi. Actually, Hilda Joy. Oh my God, I can't remember, guys. I'm flat out remembering where everyone's from. But anyway, Alison is a lot of fun. Just saying that. So if you go to her shorts, you'll see a lot of skits on Hilda and Mitzi. It's very funny. And then also Alison does what's really interesting is she does a lot of, she calls it antique sales or antique hunting. Like she has a booth and she sells like treasures, trinkets, things that people get rid of. And she buys them at cheap and she sells them a little bit more expensive. Not a little bit more expensive, but like, I've got to say, you don't put a huge market on it. She just puts a little bit of a markup so she covers her costs and, you know, running her booth and her time. But she could definitely make a lot more money, but she chooses just to do turnover. And I love when she does her hauls, like she'll actually come back and she'll do show and tell of all the different things she's bought. It's very interesting, guys. Just going to say, very interesting. So if that floats your boat, go check out Living Life After 55 and say hello to Alison. She's in the chat. And yeah, she's just a general all-around nice person. And yeah, you'll like her. I like her. And then we have Heather. Where's Heather here? She's Heather's backyard. She's my mate from Canada, but she's now living in Ireland. She's been in Ireland for over a year. She's married to an Irish guy. And if you'd like to know more about Alison, I did do a live with Alison. She did teach me how to do jewelry wire wrapping. So Heather's a very interesting lady, right? She's got her channels about her backyard, like, which means like where she is, right? Like she's in Ireland at the moment. She plans to stay there for a while. She's living there with her two boys, her husband, her Irish husband, living in Donegal. And she's like right next to the coast. And we're like, she shows us in her shorts and videos about picking like all these amazing fresh vegetables like cucumbers and beans and peas in her hothouse, a greenhouse. So she's all about, you know, teaching her young kids, you know, to basically grow plants and grow food and tomatoes. And her young boy sold some of his tomatoes to his friends. I think that's beautiful. So yeah, absolutely love that page. And like Heather is an awesome person. I met her on a live. She's got lots of interesting things to know about her. Like she literally lived in Australia for a while. And she met her husband, very cliche here. She met her husband in an Irish bar and he was Irish and they fell in love. And then, you know, years later, they've ended up living in Ireland. So I think it's a beautiful story. And if you didn't know, apparently, it's true, Ireland, you can go scuba diving and snorkeling in Ireland. So I didn't know that, but I learnt that. So anyway, if that floats your boat, check out Heather's backyard. Then we have Mike Adventure Sparks. So Mike Adventure Sparks is Mike, right? He's Mike from Minnesota, though he is from Colorado. But yeah, what you'll find on Mike's channel, by his name, Adventures, right? He sparks adventures. He has an electric bike, so he'll go biking. He'll take you on, I think you have like GoPro or something. You must just like hook it on and then you just go for a ride. Or yeah, something like that. Or you could do that with a bike. I mean, I guess a phone too. He does hiking, which we love. Love hiking, right? So he takes us on hiking adventures. And a lot of his stuff is around water, which I love. He likes water. He likes fishing. So he does a lot of fishing. At the moment, he's doing a lot of working. So life is a little bit for Mike because he's working a lot. He's working 7 days, which I think's you need a day off. But anyway, he was sick the other day. Are you better? So anyway, Mike's a good mate. We've taken it off YouTube, and we're Instagram friends now. So I can DM him, and he DMs me about different things. He's an all-around good guy too, guys. He'll support your channel. I mean, obviously you support him, but you know, it's not like a follow for follow or sub for sub, guys. I'm just talking about these people because I really like these people and they support my channel and I really like them as humans. So that's Mike Adventure Sparks. Who else have I forgotten here? We've got my friend Susan, High Country Homestead, which is Susan, guys. I know it's really hard sometimes, guys, because like I will be rabbiting on going, oh yeah, Susan this, Susan that. And you're like, who the hell's Susan? But Susan is High Country Homestead. So High Country Homestead is Susan. She's a fellow Australian. G'day, mate. There's a sunrise. It's well and truly rised. Like we're talking about, like in the northern hemisphere, you guys are going into winter, or you know, autumn into winter. In the southern hemisphere, where we are, we're in spring, going into summer. So the days are longer. The sun is rising minute by minute, earlier and earlier. So I would say that this is going to be the last time I'll actually catch the sun rising. I'll come down here and we'll see the sun rising, but it'll be way up in the sky by the time I get to the beach. Because you got Buckley's getting me up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning in summer to see the sunrise. I like you guys, but I don't like you that much. Because I know you guys like and I know you like to watch the sunrise because it is beautiful. I love it too. Okay, but Susan's channel. Susan is from the Alpine region of Victoria. So we have mountains in Australia. They're not massive ones, but they're big enough. Enough that she gets snow. Like only like 2 or 3 weeks ago, she's got snow. And look at my weather here. It's been pretty much sunny and warm for weeks, probably even a month, even over a month. So different climate down the north, north to the south of Australia. We're a big country and we've got a few states, but yeah, that state is traditionally a lot cooler than Queensland. Queensland is known as the Sunshine State. And I believe Victoria is known as the Garden State. Yeah, good for gardening, I guess. But yeah, Susan's channel is about homesteading. So she has 360 acres. She's a woman of over 50, living the land by herself. She's a single lady doing this all by herself, saying, I can do this all on my own. I mean, I'm sure she's not opposed to a suitor. So just saying, if you're an eligible bachelor, let me vet you, and I'll see if you're worthy for my friend Susan. I'm joking, guys. I just do this joke with her that I'm like the dating host, and I'm introducing her to different guys. Only Susan will be laughing here, going, "Oh God, Dora." So yeah, Susan is over 50, living on the land. She has a daughter there, but her daughter's like going to school. She's homeschooling her, but she's busy doing her schooling life. She's not that keen on, farming the land. So Susan has an alpaca, and I'm crazily, Susan, I haven't even seen your video yet. So Susan put a video out on Saturday. I have not gone to see it. Bad Dora, but anyway, I'll get there. I don't know what the video is about, but maybe Susan would like to drop the link to her latest video. You guys can all drop your link to your latest video. Happy to do that, guys. Do that. I can't do that, but you guys can do that. But yeah, Susan we need to get her monetized. She lives on the land. Basically, the only income she earns is by selling eggs. So she's got chickens, right? She sells eggs and she does a whole lot of barter systems. So like she needs her trees cut down for wood for her fire because it's freezing cold down there still. And it's like I said, it was snowing a couple of weeks ago. She has some guy that comes over and cuts her wood. And sorry, I just got sidetracked. I'm having a giggle, but yeah. So they cut her wood and there's no money exchange. They take a portion of her wood that they cut because maybe they don't have any trees on their land. So they've got firewood, and then Susan's got some firewood ready to be, chucked into her fireplace. So yeah, you'll find on her channel like homesteading kind of things, like learning tips about, like for example, don't chuck your eggs. When you crack the eggs, you don't have to chuck the shells away. You could actually use those shells for other reasons. So homesteading ideas, see what she's doing on her farm. She's going to be doing live really soon, where she's going to show us, you know, around her farm. She has a 368 acres, so that's a lot of land. I don't think she's going to take us all the way around the land because it's probably a lot of land to walk on, but hey, there'd be good, happy adventuring. I'd love to do that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm looking forward to her doing lives. And then my friend Carol was on her other channel, so I probably won't want to promote her other channel because she just watches on that. So I won't talk about that. But yeah, Carol is a good friend of mine on the channel. She also grows plants. So there's a little common theme here, guys. I'm not saying that I am a travel adventure channel, but I'm really attracted to plant lovers and people that grow their food. I'm not saying that if you don't do that, I'm not attracted to you. I'm just saying that I seem to resonate and attract those kind of people. Like I was just saying to you guys, at 7:30 this morning, like in an hour, I'm actually volunteering at a herb club today. It's my first session that I'm going to do. I want to, yeah, put some sunscreen on, put some bug spray on, and get down into the herbs and do some weeding, some planting. I'll be working alongside a lot of people that are retired because it's Monday morning here, guys. So most people go to work, right? I have a later start on a Monday, and they volunteer on a Monday morning from 7:30 to 9:30. So I'm going to be like a sponge and learn all about herbs. I know a fair bit about herbs. I love it. But, you know, you can't know enough about plants, and I really want to know about, you know, a lot of older people have a lot of knowledge on remedies. Like, I'm all about, you know, like, for example, bug spray. I have a bug spray that is non-toxic. Like, I don't know if you know that, you know, when you spray aerosols, they stink. Like, there's a stink about it, right? And like, okay, yes, it helps you not get bitten by mosquitoes, and that's important, right? I get that. But that stuff is you're spraying on your skin, goes straight into your bloodstream so fast. Your skin is like the biggest vessel in your body, and it takes stuff straight to your bloodstream so fast. So anything you put on your skin, if it's toxic, all those toxics, you know, that toxin is going straight into your bloodstream. So like makeups, skincare, all that kind of stuff, it's got toxic stuff in it, goes straight into your bloodstream. And look, you know, we don't know if it's good or bad for us, right? But anyway, so I like to use as much non-toxic stuff as I can. I do have some bug spray that has the bad stuff in it, like the really heavy shit that, you know, you spray it on a mosquito, it'll die instantly. So you put that on your skin. And yeah, I don't know what that means to our skin, right? But I try to use that very, very sparingly, only in a desperate situation when there's a lot of mosquitoes and I need to really buzz them off because my skin is hypersensitive to mosquitoes. I get stung and I just scratch like a crazy person. Then I end up in hives and it's, yeah, yuck. So sometimes I have to use the toxic shit. I hate it, but I do. But this morning I will tend to use my non-toxic spray, which is a combination of like natural, like plants basically. Eucalyptus, citrus, citronella. You can make your own, you know, make your own potions, right? So that's what I really want to learn. I mean, I do have a book that you can learn, but I tend to like to learn off other people from experiences. So yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to, guys. So I'm absolutely ecstatic. So we'll walk a little bit further and then I'm going to turn around because I've actually got to go home and get my shoes. I had no idea. I thought I actually had my running shoes in the back of my car, but obviously I didn't. So that's why I'm wearing my thongs, guys. In Australia, these are thongs on my feet. So yeah, I need to go home and get my running shoes because obviously health and safety, when you volunteer in a garden, you must have closed-in shoes, you must wear a hat, sunscreen, put the bug spray on, all that kind of stuff, you know, health and safety. So yeah, I am ecstatic. Oh, what book am I reading? I am reading, oh my God. Guys, that's probably been the best thing about 75 Hard for me, is reading books. And I know this is hard to believe. A lot of people, you know, read books all the time. I decided that I would stop reading books and start looking at my phone and scrolling and I think it's made me dumber and dumber by the minute. So I'm absolutely loving reading 10 pages of a book every day. I've read my first book this year. I haven't read a book front to back cover for about 3 or 4 years. And the last book I would have read, I read travel books, right? And travel stories. But yeah, I haven't read a book for years. So that makes me a really dumb person. Sorry if you haven't read a book either. I'm just going to be honest. We are making ourselves dumber by not reading books. Books are the original encyclopedias. This is where we got our information from. Now we just look at Google and ChatGPT, right? So yeah, I'll get on sidetrack off that because I'm going to be in my bonnet. But yeah, loving reading books. Alison, thank you for asking. What am I reading? I'm reading The Power of Now by Erhard Tolle. So a lot of people know him. He's got a bit of a self-help guru, very big on YouTube. I find that you need to be in the right headspace. A friend of mine told me to go check him out one time, and I wasn't in the right headspace. I was in kind of a poor me stage. I was like, my life is about to explode, and it was exploding around me, and I just couldn't look at self-help. I just couldn't get it in. But since then, I really get him, and I like. He talks about the power of now. Like now is all you have. Don't look at behind. Stop reflecting on your past and what's in the future, because you can't control that. You can only control what now is. So, if you're feeling pain now, actually it's not about pain, but like it's more about like focusing on what you have now. Like, don't think about, oh my God, I did that last week. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And on next week, I've got that presentation next week. Oh my gosh, what am I do? And all those things. Like, you're right. We've got to live in now. Think about now, and the rest of it will just happen. Tomorrow's going to happen regardless. I mean, it might not happen. Today's a gift, right? But you've only got today. Tomorrow's not promised. So live the hell out of your day today. Anyway, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it, Alison. The book before that was called Retraining Your Brain. I can't remember the name of it. Some Dr. Caroline. Amazing book. Amazing. It was God related. I openly talk about it that I'm not a particular denomination. I believe in all faiths. I think all faiths have something amazing to share. Like, I love the Quran and the call to prayer, Buddhist faiths, Hindi, love it all. But yeah, but it's very Christian related, but I loved it, absolutely loved it, about basically rewiring your brain. And if you don't actually have those moments of complete stillness and prayer or affirmation or meditation or just smell the roses moments, that your brain doesn't have that time to rewire. So yeah, I learned a lot out of that book. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, I feel a little bit more smarter for it. I'm clawing back my brain. So yes, loving reading books. And look, we've got Mr. Pelicans here, guys. And we all know how I love Mr. Pelican. We won't get too close. Hi, Carla Marie. You said, I can't believe it's first light already there. Yeah, I guess it depends on different locations. Hey, Gaza, how you going? Hey, Gaza. Good game last night, hey? So Gaza, guys, Gaza S2 is my friend from Queensland. He used to play professional football for Parramatta. So guys, yeah, I've been watching the football game. So Gaza and I have been talking about football. So I had an ex-boyfriend that watched football a lot. So I haven't watched football for a long time, but I watched I can't remember what the game was. It was 2 weeks ago, a week ago, the Broncos played. It was a very good game in Brisbane. It was so good. I think I talked to you about that. But yeah, I watched it last night. The Broncos and the Raiders. What a game. She didn't go down last night because, yeah, that was a special thing for her. And I'm going to say that really knocked it out of her. It was very, very cold. So you saw last night, it was like 9 degrees in Canberra last night. It was freezing cold. Even all the commentators were wearing gloves. Like, what's his name? Thurston was wearing gloves and a big woolly jacket. It was so cold. So yeah, I watched that game. I can't believe it. I thought the Raiders won when they kicked that drop goal. And then it was a no try. And then honestly, I was on the seat of my plane. I couldn't believe that they won. I really didn't think they'd win. It looked like they were losing the plot at first, the first half. It was a great game. Hey, Nicola, up a cuppa. Say a cuppa of bike, Nicola. So guys, Nicola's Recipes is my friend from Malaysia. And she's just said here, Dora Upper Kabar, if you could have a look at the writing. So she's speaking Bahasa Malay or Bahasa Indonesian. Bahasa, it's a very similar language. I think it's pretty much nearly the same. So Malaysia and Indonesia share a very common language. And I'm half Indonesian. Nicola is from Malaysia, but she's living in Italy. So she has a cooking channel, hence her name is Nicola's Recipes, right? And she's only just really started up her channel this year, and she is just skyrocketed with subscribers and views because people love her cooking. So a lot of her cooking is inspired from her mother, who's Malaysian, and she's inspired from just travel, I guess. She's living in Italy. So like my friend Marie, which is Meditation Motivation with Marie, she just made a lemon cake that Nicola did a recipe for. I saw the pictures. So Marie sent me a photo of all these pictures of her cake, and she's frozen it so she can have a bit of lemon cake every now and then as a treat. So yeah, Nicola is very inspiring with her channel, with her recipes, and they're not hard recipes. So my friend, Marie, who does meditations, we should do that. Yesterday I did a meditation of Marie's actually. So in my community post, guys, I posted a video. It was a really good 10-minute free guided video by Meditation Motivation with Marie. I haven't been meditating very much lately because I've been so busy trying to get all of my stuff done for this 75 hard. So I've got to say goodbye to the pelicans. We've got to keep on walking back, guys. And where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so yesterday morning I didn't go to the beach. I didn't do a live, and I slept in and I did a meditation first thing in the morning, and it was beautiful. So there's many things to do for yourself, right? Like I talk about how, I'm all about getting this vessel, this temple. I don't want to I was a temple of doom for a while there, guys, with high blood pressure and all this stuff. But I helped fix that by actually addressing my diet and, food I drink, food I eat, hiking more, exercising more movement. I've not really had a problem with movement. I've always been a walker and kind of done exercise, but it was more about what I put in my gob. Like red wine, really bad for you. In moderation, it's good for you, right? Everything's in moderation is good for you. Coke in moderation, I guess I'll take that back. But there's a time and place for everything, right? And if you overdose on something, like I openly say, I was overdosing. I was having so much Pepsi. I don't know what happened to me, but I was just like having a Pepsi-fueled attack where I'd go to the fuel station to get fuel and I'd be, oh, look, Pepsi's on sale. It's $4.50 for one can. You can get 2 cans for $5. Oh, my God, bargain. And then I'd end up with 2 bloody cans of Pepsi drinking it. And this would be every couple of days I'd fill up with fuel. So, yeah, I've fallen for it. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that you can help your diet and you can help your body by actually being proactive instead of reactive. I was reactive because I ended up having high blood pressure, but I got myself off blood pressure tablets bit by bit with the doctor's advice, which is quite strange, because doctors are in the business of making, giving us tablets. The pharmaceutical industry is a massive industry. It's an industry to get into if you've got cash, because, we have an aging population. We have a population of sicker people by the minute. So you kind of think there might be some kind of correlation there, that all the marketing for Pepsi and all the bad foods is just getting bigger and bigger. You watch YouTube, there's so many ads, or maybe not on YouTube, TV. There's there's marketing everywhere we go. And then the pharmaceutical industry is getting bigger and bigger by the minute. So yeah, I think there's a correlation there, guys, just saying. So yeah, I'm all about trying to, get this body of mine into a vessel that actually can get me to a different, to different ages. And like, let's face it, if you're a healthier person, you're going to be happier, right? If you eat certain foods, it can actually make you depressed and make you sicker. So anyway, I'm hot, guys. My God. So I've got a sweater on and I don't need my sweater on. It's really hot. Okay, hold on. That's it, guys. Let's put you down. You guys look at that. You look at that, guys. Ah, that's better. All right, have some water while we're standing here. All right, so guys, let me just get a little bit more. So Alison's got here, I used to weigh 300 pounds. Wow, I'm not sure exactly what that is in kilos, but I'm guessing that's a lot, is it? If someone could Google how much 300 pounds is, because Alison looks like she's, not 300 pounds, obviously. I don't know exactly how big that is, Susan, I'm sorry. But obviously that weight loss has actually been good for you mentally and like for your body, all your organs, which is great, right? So Susan's got here, I can't lose weight now at Alison. I figured that because I'm older, my metabolism has slowed down too much. Look, again, I'm no anyone, but I would say to you, Susan, don't give up. I reckon there's always a will. If there's a will, there's a way, right? Sorry. I mean, they do say that once a lady hits the age of over 45 or something, that, it's harder to lose weight. But I would challenge that and say, there's things, there's ways. I mean, Susan's quite physical on her land too. That's the other thing. So you are doing a lot of exercise. But, I'll say, like, for example, my partner, Diego, he's a bigger build guy. And he says to me, I don't need to exercise. I do a lot of walking. I go up and down ladders. He's a carpenter. So he's up and down ladders and, walking lots and lots of steps. But he's not losing weight. And he goes, I'm eating well. I'm like, you must be. You're actually not doing that. So when you exercise, you've actually got to get your blood pressure or your heart rate up higher, right, to actually burn the fat. So like, for example, that's a notice that I've found that, this walk I'm doing, I know, okay, what I'm trying to say is I'm not saying that I'm up myself, right? I'm just sharing you my experiences. But like, guys, the 75 hard is probably right now not challenging me enough with this exercise. I need to up them ante. Like, for example, some mornings you'll see me doing star jumps when I'm walking along the beach because I need to get my heart rate up because this just normal walking is just normal walking for me. Like, it might help hold my weight, but it might not make me lose weight because I'm not getting my blood pressure, like my heart rate up higher. So I have said, if I walk more faster and I don't look at the chat so much, which I've tried not to do lately, I'm actually getting my intensity up higher. So that could be another thing, Susan, to look at is like, when you're walking around, obviously you're not walking really, really fast. And there's reasons for that because I know you've got, your land is on a slope a lot too. So you got to look after you obviously you're standing, like you don't want to fall. But, even though you are quite active on the farm, maybe your heart rate is not going to the rate where you actually will start losing, like burning fat. So, I'd look at some of that kind of stuff. Again, I'm no anyone, But, you know, I know that a lot of my friends say the same thing, like, you know, I'm at that age, you know, the midlife crisis, the menopause, the men are something, right? And, you know, I can't lose any weight. But, you know, there are women out there that are losing weight and keeping it off by change of different things. And sometimes it's just a simple change. I know, Susan, you're starting to drink a lot more water. That can help, but like results don't happen overnight. That's the other thing, right? You've got to keep at it for a while. But little changes can actually help, you know, a lot. But again, you know, I'm no anyone. But definitely the answers are in what we do daily. Definitely what we do daily. Like, as I said, I was relatively, like, I did a lot of movement, but I wasn't, when had high blood pressure, I did a lot of movement. Not a lot, but I mean, I did movement, right? I was walking regularly, maybe 3 days a week. But it was the alcohol. The answers are within our life, right? Some things that we don't even think that are, you know, that bad. You know, it could be that sugar, you know, you're putting into your coffee, you're putting 2 scoops, take it down to 1 scoop. I don't know. Again, I'm no anyone. I'm just saying that, you know, I hear my friends talk about it, you know, life experience, you know, change sugar to honey. I don't know. Or don't use sugar. A girlfriend of mine loves baking. She's actually coming to stay with me in a week's time, next week. So yeah, she's coming to stay. So she is a country girl, and country girls are very good at baking. They're very good bakers, and while she's there, I will not be eating any of her stuff because, yeah, as I said, I'm on this kind of health kick. And, you know, I mean, I could have some cake, but I tend to not to eat a lot of cake in my diet. Cakes are full of a lot of sugar. I'm not one of those people I'm not a non-carb girl. I think carbs are really good for us for energy. But everyone's up to their, you know, they want, you know, what their bodies do. But yeah, my friend Barb absolutely loves baking cakes, and she got herself quite large because she was baking her cakes and eating them, obviously, right? So now she doesn't bake. She does a little bit of baking for friends, and she'll have a little piece, but she's not doing it regularly. She's not having a piece every day. So she started to lose weight, and she's our age. And oh my gosh, see that, guys? It's a love heart. I see a heart, guys. I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful rock. Susan, Heather, are you still there? Guys, look at that. That's a heart. I see a heart, guys. It's not a perfect heart, but, you know, hearts aren't always perfect. Oh my gosh, guys. That is so special. That is a big chunk. I'd say that's a bit of quartz. Sorry guys, I'm going right ahead to the... Okay, so 149 kilos is 300. Okay, so wow, Alison, you were quite bigger. So Susan said she's drinking 2 litres a day, and I don't snack much. Yes, it's quartz. Isn't it beautiful? Deb, is that Deb or Deb's daughter? Deb, that's for you, mate. Perfect timing. That's a heart I just literally found on the beach. That's beautiful. We're sending you love, Deb. Is this Deb or her daughter? So our friend Deb Warwick is from Texas. She's not a creator, guys, so don't be jumping on there to try to, you know, subscribe. Oh my gosh, there's another one of these things here. This is really unusual. I never see these chunks of rock here. This is really weird. It's like someone dumped them. I'm going to take that. That is really different, guys. Not to take away from my heart, but that is so cool. No, guys, like, look around. You never see big chunks. You've seen me pick up sea glass and shells on my walks. I never see chunks of this. This is so random. Man, this is amazing. Amazing. That's a sign to me to follow my heart. Follow my heart. I love that. That is so beautiful. Hello. Okay, so Deb, this is actually Deb. So Deb, it's nice to see you back on the chat. So guys, I mean, I'm sure Deb won't mind me talking about this, but Deb's been in hospital last week, and I get a message from her her daughter, through Deb's YouTube page saying, can you please pray for my mum? She's not in a good way. So yeah, that was really quite, sad to hear. We were really worried for you. We were all praying for you, thinking about you, Deb. So I'm really glad that you're maybe back home, or I hope you're okay. You're home, you're rested, you had a surgery. If you want to share about that surgery, you're welcome to. But it's good to see you, Deb. And Miss Paula. So guys, I was talking about introducing channels before, and I was talking about Living Life After 55 is Alison from Texas. And I told you that she had an alter ego. She does skits on about her grandma and her best friend, which is Mitzi and Hilda. So, and the other half of this little twosome is, and I talked about Mrs. Paula Does Retirement, and that is Mrs. Paula Does Retirement. And she's just said hello to Dora and hello to everyone. So that's the other side of the Hilda Joy and Mitzi twosome. And so if you go to their channels, their shorts, you will see them talking about being Mitzi and being Hilda Joy, and just basically just having a laugh, really. And like I always openly say, guys, life is not serious. I mean, it's serious enough at times, right? But like, enjoy life, like have a laugh. I mean, I'm sure people look at Miss Paula and Alison and go, what the hell is that? Like, as in, not, I'm talking about you guys, but like, why are you talking like that? Why are you being this person? But like, it's not the point. You've missed the whole point. It's supposed to be funny. And, there's trolls, and Miss Paula talks about trolls a lot. She does lives. So what you'll find on Miss Paula Does Retirement, she's a retired school teacher, guys. And she's basically just, living her best life in retirement and sharing what she does. She does a few lives where she'll be washing up and telling you her, like, a dear diary, but while she's washing up. It's quite funny. Or she's on a back porch. And, she's got there's some joy about her. So, if you'd like to see that. But, the shorts, you got to see the shorts, guys. Like I said, Living Life After 55. And Mrs. Paula Does Retirement. And if you go to their shorts, you will see a theme. Actually, I don't know, ladies, do you actually have a playlist of these skits? Because if you did a playlist, you could actually hook in each other's playlist. Like, you could actually, on Alison's page, you could have, your shorts plus Paula's shorts in there too. So then people could go to that playlist and see the whole lot of both of your, back and forths. So guys, I did skip a whole lot of chat. So if there wasn't something important there you guys wanted to talk to me about, or you said hello and I missed you, I didn't mean to miss you. It's just that if I stop and read all the messages, I would never actually get any walking done, and that could defeat the purpose of why I'm actually walking on the beach. I'm not walking on the beach to do a live, guys. I'm walking on the beach to do my exercise, and you guys are just part of the, I'm taking you along on the ride. So what time is it? It is 7 o'clock. Okay, cool, guys. It's 7 o'clock on the play school clock. Oh, shit. Dropped my heart. Literally just dropped my heart. So I have to go home and get my shoes because I, famously forgot my running shoes today. So thankfully, so that was quite nice to walk in my flip-flops, thongs, sandals, whatever you want to call them, jandals. Morning.
Morning.
So I'm going to take my little rocks home with me because that's so cool. So guys, I'm going to go. Let me just quickly see what's going on in this chat, and then because as soon as I hang up, I actually lose the chat too, guys. One of the things that happens with lives is that you can't actually see the transcript for 24 hours. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm not sure about anyone else. But so like, for example, if someone said something in the chat that, you know, I should remember, I can't remember it. I go back and look at the chat, live chat, but you got to wait 24 hours. So yeah, it's, I need some water, got some electrolytes. So I drank half a litre of water. That's not much yet. So guys, I'm going to love and leave you because I have to skedaddle. I had everything ready for my walk this morning. I've got sunscreen. Mum will walk my my volunteering. I've got my EpiPen. Actually, let me drive. I'll talk to you guys while I drive, and you guys can then. Ooh, then you guys can kind of have a bit of a chat. Because I sometimes abruptly hang up, or you know, and you guys are having a chat in the chat. So I'm going to put you down because I can't drive. But when I get back to my car, I will say goodbye. Okay, guys? So if you want to listen a little bit more, you can. You guys can keep on talking. I'm just going to talk about a realization that I found. And it's probably too much information, but I'll just tell it anyway because I'm all about being authentic. So you have to do 2 45-minute sessions of exercise a day. And you guys have seen me, like last week, every morning I was at the beach, seeing the sunrise. And I was probably at the beach about 10 to 6 every morning, around 6 o'clock basically to get the sunrise. But it's rising earlier and earlier by the minute. And even though I really want to see the sunrise, I love seeing the sunrise, I just can't keep on sustaining it because I have to get up earlier and earlier. And my process at the moment is I wake up at 5:15 and I start reading my book, try to get 10 pages done in the morning. And I start drinking my water because that's really important. Like to drink a gallon of water, you need to start early, right? Because if you start late, you know, you're going to wee the bed, right? So I didn't wee the bed, just saying, but there is more to this story about weeing. If you want to hear the story, you'll listen, but if you don't, I don't care. So on the weekend, I actually slept in on Saturday. I thought, you know what? I need to sleep in. I've been, like, your body needs to reset itself. Like, you got to be kind to yourself too, right? Even though I'm doing the 75 hard, it's hard, but you can't, if I just keep on going, I might have to stop, right? And I don't want to stop. I want to be able to get through this and not be, you know, a complete basket case, right? So I thought, you know what? Be good to myself, sleep in. I mean, I woke up at 7 o'clock. That's still a good time, right? It's not sleeping in. But it's not waking up at 5:15, right? I didn't read my book straight away. I probably did a bit of scrolling. I got up, I had some breakfast at home. That happened to be the morning that my father passed away 8 years ago in the house. So I really wanted to feel the feels that morning, and it was beautiful. I'm so grateful that I did that. I had a beautiful morning to myself at home. I had a cup of tea, I had breakfast, I read my book, but consequently, I didn't drink as much water as I would normally drink by 9:30 in the morning. So I was behind my 8 ball. I drank I drank a little bit, but I was drinking tea. Technically, I don't know, I don't count tea as like drinking my water intake. So, yeah, so anyway, then I went for a walk on the beach and I did a live, and it was a fun live. There was a lot of you guys on it. It was a great live. I find that probably if I do a live later on the day, I get more people on the lives, but I don't do lives just to get more people on the lives, guys. I do lives because I'm just taking you on a walk. So whenever I'm doing a walk, I don't think about, oh my God, will I get all these people on the lives? I don't care. To be honest, right? I'm just going to do a live and I'll just do it. And if I chat to myself, I chat to myself. So it's like a Dear Diary too. So anyway, I'm behind the 8 ball with my water. I walked for about 2 hours and I think I might have changed the water over twice. So I drank a litre of water. But then my mum came over. We had a Sunday lunch, a family lunch. My niece came over, my sister came over and her partner. So I probably drank less water because I was busy cooking and, you know, entertaining. So basically, by the end of the day, by about 7 o'clock at night, I still had like 2 litres of water to drink. So like it was bad. So I had to drink it and scull it down. And I got it done, and you know I didn't wake up in the middle of the night to go pee, and I didn't pee the bed, which is great. But the next morning, I did the same thing. I slept in. I had breakfast at home with my mum because she slept over. We had breakfast in the morning. We went for a walk to the market. So I didn't even do my exercise that morning, which is really unheard of for me. So again, I'm behind the 8 ball with my water. Now, guys, where am I going with this? So I walked